Oceanagot, Galiele Jacket, or Kohig, Way Blemis, Tawadon, here are Jalagina Nakine, RSU TV, we gonna new go. Kohig, Nug Skoshu Daline, Jalagia de Lo Quasti. So, if you remember correct, welcome. My name is Wade Blevins. This is Cherokee 4 here on your RSU TV. Today is our 46th Cherokee lesson. So if you will remember, in the last lesson, we just had time to go through one comic of High and Lois. Today we're going to go through another one, but the one we're going through today is a lot shorter. So if we have time, I would like to go back to the one before and just go through it again, because we kind of had to rush through it a little bit to fit it all in, right? So we didn't have a lot of time to spend just, looking at it, and I know I could stand to go back through it a few more times myself. So, but before we do that, I do want to go through today's comic. So, because we've only got, a few lessons left, and so I want to expose you to as much of this as you can. I have to say, I'm really enjoying the comics, because to me it's vocabulary that you can use right away, because it's conversation, right? So, come. Okay, so again, we've got Shio le lo si. Now this one, the title of it is interesting. If you look up here at the title, instead of putting Shio le lo si, they put Shio lo si no, which means basically the same thing, High and Lois. So the title of this one says Atli Lisa. Lisa, okay. Unagi sesti. Okay. So, of course, Sio, Lo Sino, High and Lois, Atli Lisa, the time, Unagi sesti, is they have to watch the time, or it's time for them to get that they're gonna get going. Okay, so different speakers translated it two different ways. For one of them, it said they were like, well, it's talking about they're having to watch the time, and the other one was like, well, it's like time to get going, to get going doing stuff. So. I guess either way, it kind of means the same thing. And by the way, I want to give a special thanks to Joanne Spade and Peggy Gertie Flute and Kathy Sierra for helping me check through these and letting me kind of bounce all this stuff off of them. So it really is a great resource if you have speakers that, and especially if you have, more than one speaker that you can call on to bounce things off of, because, it's you really gain a great insight into these, and especially with this, because this was written back in the 70s, and is just different. Everyone speaks Cherokee slightly differently, and they have their own curious ways of saying things and that kind of thing. So anyway, so let's go ahead and read the first panel here. So he says, hey, gini go ni yogi, gin go ni yog, digina di. Okay, so hey, that's hey. Gingoni Yog, that's the two of us, you and I, are late, okay? Gingoni Yoga, Digi na di di. It's we're late for the two of us to get out of bed, okay? So late to get up, okay? Hatita, right, is for means get up, right? And you can see this digina di di, digina di di, digina di di. Is the two of us to get up separately, right? So, and then Lois, she says, usquanict, usti, kla, yigin yesti, adlohi, huh? Okay, so usquaniktika means it's really strange. Usquanikt, it's really strange, or it's really amazing. Usquaniktika. Okay. We've kind of learned that this speaker uses that ka and kayo to mean really. Remember do you kayo, right? Do you ka, usquaniktika. So it's really amazing, or it's really unusual. Usti, the baby, kla, yigin yesti, didn't wake us up. Adlohi, huh? Crying. So the baby didn't wake us up crying. So then CEO says, Sis gatli hawu. Okay, Sis gatli hawu. Is she still sleeping? Sis still gatli hawu, just sleeping. Okay, gatli ha. She's sleeping, and then the wa at the end means only. So is she still just sleeping? And so Losi goes in and looks at her and says, Tlada, ganka wuheno, adante nuska, niguste, adante nuska. So, so says Tlada, she's like, no, ganka wu. Ganka wuheno, then she's just laying there. Gank means laying there. Ganka wu, just laying there. Heno, and then because ganka wuheno, because she's just laying there. Adante nuska. She's pondering. She's thinking things over. Adante nuska. She's thinking about things. Niguste. It seems. Niguste means it seems like it. So it seems like she's just laying there thinking about stuff. Is what she says there. Okay. So the next one. So you see her, she's sitting there and she's thinking, and then she says, no wada negata degu tanona. Okay, so no wada now negata everything degu tanona. It's like I've decided. Okay, so it's now I've decided on everything. I've made up my mind. Okay, Degutanona. Degutanona. No, that's not right. Degugotana. Degugotanona. There should be another word in there. So real quick, let me fix that, okay? Because it's going to bug me. So let me, okay, go, degu, go tanon. Excuse me, okay? So let me back at it. Okay, there we go. So no guatan, no watan, negata, degu go tanona, degu go tanona. That makes more sense. Degu go tanona. So I've decided everything. And then down here she says, negata, di wu, di gue, di gu, di wu tanon, di wu. Let me double check. Yeah, di wu tanona, di wu tanona. Yagwaneti kohig. Okay, so di wu tanona, negatana, negatata, everything. Di wu tanona, di wu tanona. I've approved it. I've decided on it. Yagwaneti is like everything that I have to try or everything I have to do. Kohig, everything today. So, so she's like, well, I've decided on everything that I need to do today. That's what she's saying. Nigatata, digutanon, yawaneti kohig. And then she says, the first thing, hi'a nigata, dajile sononi, dajile sononi. Okay, let me double click, dajile sononi. Noni, okay, dajile noni. So akita kesa. First of all, hi'a, this, negata, everything. Dajile sanon. I'm gonna go through them. Dajile sanon means like I'm gonna go through them. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all of this. So, so first I'm gonna go through all of this. Nolena doda chula sulon, doda gala su plani, doda gala su plani. Doda gala sutlan. So and it say nolena, and then doda, dad, jula sulo, his shoes. Okay. So dad's shoes, doda gala sutlan. I'm gonna put them on. Okay, I'm gonna put his shoes on. Okay, doda gala sutlan. Okay, so she's not putting her shoes on, she's putting his shoes on. Nolena doda jula sulo, doda gala sutlan. So, and then I'm gonna put dad's shoes on. Then next, She says, Nolena gaskilan do da G skalji. Do da G skalji. Okay. Gaskilan, table. Do da G skalji. I'm gonna bite it. So I'm gonna bite on it. So it says, and then I'm gonna bite on the table. Okay, gaskilan do daji skalji. Okay. So then the next one, she's there and she says agaliskano, and then the sunshine agali. Okay, the agalisko. The sun is shining, agaliskano, and then the sun's shining. De gali sole cli doli. Okay, de gali sole cli doli. Yeah. De gali sole cli doli, and that's like I'm gonna roll around in it, or I'm gonna rest around. I'm gonna lay around in it. I'm gonna roll around in the sunshine. Is kind of it's de gali sole cli doli. It's like, to me, it's like you're resting, you're kicking back, you're loafing around, Agalis kano, de galiso le cli doli. So, and then I'm gonna roll around, I'm gonna loaf around in the sunshine while the sun's shining. And then it says, Sina, awatla na da ge hesti, awatla na da agwatla. These words are getting me today for some. Agwatla na da ga hesti. Okay. Agwatla na da ga hest. Awadla na daga hest means I'll have time. It means I have time. I'll have time to do it. So awadla na daga hest. Eji, mom. Utlan is like put something in there. Utlan. And then de jigoliye, that means I'm gonna examine, right? I'm gonna examine. Oh, okay, I see now. So she's like, still, I'm gonna have time to examine what mom put in there. Okay. So that's what she's saying there. Sina awadla na da ge hest eji utlan deji goli. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna examine what mom put in here, right? And then this one, she says, no one know, and then now, Daji Tlun, I'm gonna go sleep. Daji Tlun, now I'm gonna go to sleep. Osta, ni dugadis, ni dugadiskan, if Osta ni dugadiskan ike says, if I don't plan well, Osta good, Ni duga diskan. I plan. I don't plan. I don't plan. Ige haste. Ige sest. If. So if I don't plan good, siga, siga, the day, daja yohu sele. So I have daja yo di sele, but I was in looking at that third to the last character, I think that doesn't make any sense. What does make sense, however, is who is the character who. So I'm going to make that change, okay? So, daja yohu sele. Ega daja yohu sele, which means like the day will be lost or wasted. Daja yohu sele. So lose the day, or get nothing done, right? Siga daja yohu sele. I won't get anything done. So let's go back through and let's read the whole thing. This one is a really, really short one, right? So we just had basically three pages on here of vocabulary. So let me read it all the way through, and then we're going to talk about some of the words, and I'll read through slow because I need to. And then we'll go back through, and then if we have some time, we'll go back through the previous lesson, and we'll talk about it, okay? And we'll go through some of those. So, all right, so it says, Siyo lo sino a tli lisa unagi sesti. Hey, gingoni yogi. Gingoni yog, digina di, uskwanikti ka, usti, tla yigin yesti, adlohi ha, sis gatli hawa, tlata Ganka wuheno adantenuska nigusti. No wonder nigata deguktanona nigata diwutanona yagwaneti kohig agaita gesa hi anigata dajile senoni dajile senoni nolena e doda jula sulon doda gala sutlani nolena gaskila doda giskalchi agali skano dagali sole tli dole sina aguadana dage hesti eji utlana daji goliye no guno daji clan Osta nidugatiskan ige sesti. Siga daja yohu sele. Daja yohu sele. All right. So yeah, this one was way easier to read. At least it was to me. So to me, there is a lot of really good things that I see in here that I think that I could add to my vocabulary. So let's see. This C Skatli Hawa. Is it still asleep? You know, Klada Gankawu Heno. Gankawu. Gankawu means it's just laying there, you know. Adon Tenuska. Thinking about stuff. Niguste. Niguste. That's a good word. It means it seems, it appears that way. Niguste. Let's see. Agai da ke sahi anigada dajile sanohini. E doda jula sulo, doda gala sutlan, doda gala sutlani. Let's see. Gaskila, doda ji skalchi. That means to bite it. I'm going to bite it. Doda ji skalchi means I'm gonna bite it. I'm planning to do it, right? And you can see when she's making plans, there's these D sounds in front, you know, and that indicates something that's going to kind of happen in the future. That's a part of that future construction. So, awadlana dog daga hesti awadlana. Let me see. Let me look at it this way. All right. Let me see if there's. Let me see. That didn't help. Yeah. So awadla ne da de awadla ne da. Oh, is that day? Maybe that is. Oh, it is day. See, that helps. Okay. See, reading through these. Awa ne da de. Let's fix that. Okay. So then there we go. Okay. Awadla ne da de hesti. There, that makes sense. That makes so much more sense. See, I kept skipping over, I kept tripping over it. But again, you know, in reading over here, to me, that character looks like ga rather than de. But in doing a little bit more digging around and stuff, awadla ne da de hest, that's, I'll have time, okay? Awadla ne da de hest, okay? Dajitlan, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep, actually. Dajitlan means I'm going to sleep. So all of these, I think, but this one especially, now that we fixed it, it makes so much more sense. So, awadlana da de hest. Okay, so let's read through the whole thing again. So it says, Siyo ale lo si. Siyo lo sino atli lisa unagi sesti unagi sesti. Hey, Gingoniog, Gingoniog, Digina di, Digani, Digina deed, okay, Digina deed. Usquanik di ka, Usti tla, Yigin yesti, Adlohi, huh? Sis Gatli hawa, a Gatli hawa. Tlata Gankawu heno, Adante nuska, Nigoste. No wada Nikata, Degu go, Deguk tanona. Negatata Degu tanona, Yagwanete kohig. Agayita gesa, Hi anegata, Dajiles noni. Nolena Doda Jula Sulon, Doda Gala Sutlan. Nolena Gashkila, Doda Giskalchi. Agaliska no, De Galiso le Tli Dole. Sina Awadlana da de Hesti. G utlana de Gigolie, de Gigolie. Nerguno da Gitlan. Osta Nidugadiskan Igesesti. Siga Dajayohu Sele. Okay, so that makes so much more sense. So let's go back through and let's look at the class that we had before, because we didn't, it's a much longer one. We didn't really get a chance to go through it very much. So let's look through and let's read through it and talk about the ones that we think probably is going to be most helpful. So this says Siyo alelo se na uniho hai. So the search, right? When he ega agiyo jisi. So do you remember what that talks about? He ega agiyo jisi means this here, it broke on me, right? He ega agiyo jisi. Klesti huh? Chadlo hila. Quit crying. Quit crying. Eliwu osta yinagaya nisi. Yingaya nisi. So I'll see if I can fix it, right? So the word fix, let's talk about that a little bit. So to iganeti, so yinaga yingayane, and to fix something is iganeti. So yingayanisi is I'm gonna fix it. Okay, I'm gonna fix it for you, right? Gayanisi. Yingayanisi. I'm gonna fix it for you. Nobuta yijala goja. Hadlo hi, huh? Oh yeah, if you jal goja, if you'll quit, if you'll knock it off, right? And you can see the difference. Tles di, huh, is don't, and yijal goja is if you'll quit. So in English, they kind of mean the same thing, but they kind of don't, right? I mean, the end result is the same, but don't cry. Or, and then hadlahi, don't hadlohi, don't cry. It means if you'll quit crying. So, dikadula ge yisti. Dikadula ge yisti. Let me look through. Okay, dikadula ge yisti. Okay, dikadula ge yisti. So my own thoughts on this is that in this case it's a screwdriver. The only reason being is based on the picture, because then later he's here and he's got a screwdriver and he's working on it. But then he asks his son where this digadula de gisti. Okay? So asks where and it could because they're almost the same, right? The words digadula deya gisti and digadula geyisti. Okay, geyisti. Then that's where the difference is. And then deya gisti. So I don't know. But anyway, my personal thought, and it's just based on context and based on the conversation that I had with the speakers, is because none of them, they were like, well, that's not really the word I know, but I kind of understand what's going on. And this first one, dikadula ge yisti, to them, that was like something you turn with, okay? Something you use to turn something. So, and to me, that would be a screwdriver, because you turn a screw, right? But I may be completely wrong, but I'm just guessing here. So anyway, yidaki yala. So I'll yidaki yala. I'll find it. Osta ale yidajetla. Yidajetla means it's better, right? Yidajetla. Yinigayani yingana yisi. Yingana yisi. I'm going to fix it to you. I'm going to fix it better for you. And then, of course, she says, ha, 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 ha. And then, awadlo yisti, utli, nawaduli. I'd rather cry. And so we talked about this word udli. In this case, means rather, where we'll put with wanting. So nawaduli means I want. Udli, nawaduli is like I'd rather. So I'd want. I want it to an extent, right? So, and then awadlo yisti is me to cry. So I'd rather cry. Dini yotli tla ilahiyu yidodakoli yidod Yi do de golchi. To me, that's how you'd say it. So it's like children never understand. That's what don't ever understand is what they say. Kids don't ever understand. Goliji. But you could also, if you said dini yo tle tla ilahi yi do de goliji, that's like I don't understand. I don't understand kids. Is what that says there. Because you can see the word golig. Golig means I understand. But golk means he or she understands, right? So I think it just depends on how you would say it. Yi do de golchi or yi do de goliji. So if you say it one way, it means I don't understand kids, and the other one says kids don't understand, right? So anyway, Hadla, Digadula de Yagisti, Digadula de Yagisti, Achuds. So where's the pliers? Where are the pliers? Nihi, Jide hin doha, Jide ni doha. So you had them. Jide ni doha. You had them. Si tlada yigana da yigana da dia. Oh, tlada yigana da. I don't remember. Tlada yigana da. And I think that would be a good one to learn. Tla yigana da. I don't understand, or I don't remember. Tla yigana da. And hadantele hanadada, you remember. So let me go through. Yeah, handada. Gandada, ganadada. So some speakers, like when I was speaking with Joanne, she says ganadada, and some say gandada. So I think it's, and some say ganadadi. So I think it's just a dialect thing, ganadadi, hanadadi. So then it says Jedola Jihada Dolu Nuga Geda Ilka Jahikitla. Then says Tlada Ahani Yidatla. Yidatla, remember we talked about that. What is datla? Datla means to lay up on something, to be laid up on something, but it's not alive, right? Datla, it means it's placed up on something. It's up on something. So, kla yidatla. It's not there. It's not up there. Tla. And then of course here in this version they say Tlada ahani yidatla. Okay, he says no, it's not here. Then he says Tlada hadlana ujatin heda. Okay, head. It is like, where were you, right? Hadlana utatin. Where else were you? Head. Hadlana utatin head. Where else were you? And then he says, Nata usadong dg. The pipe in this case, usadong just means anything that is hollow. DG is like in it, okay? Jawale huistana. I stopped there. Jawale huistana. I stopped by there. Jitawane Jitawane lona. Jitawale no. Jitawane lona. To play. So I stopped to play there. Tlada ahan yidigala. So it's not in here, okay? Nata uweti didanela. The old building is what it says, in the old house, that I was in. Si ahani nijilugan. I wasn't here. Tlada osiyik hi'a jinin dane. I don't think it's not a good idea. It's not good to do this. Agwantata, yeah, I know. Ganye gehen. It's really scary. So, Nikana sulata ginihiga. The two of us have looked in every room, right? We talked about that. Nikah means all over or everywhere, and kana sula is a room. So nikana sula is every room. So it's a contraction of nikah and kana sula. Nikana sula da ginihiga. Nata oginali juenasa jigedon. I was at my friend's house. Gago ahya. Who's in here? Tlada na yijiya tlaka. I wasn't there. Right? It's kind of but that makes no sense to me. But anyway, Hatlana, no, where next? Right? Where now? Jiyuk diyuda, jiwagilosa, jahidiya heno. Oh, jahidiya heno. I went this way because it's easier. That heno at the end can mean because, for the reason that, okay? So I went in this direction because it's easier, okay? Dosko, ahidiya. Is it really easier? Is what he's asking there, right? So we're just about out of time for today, but hopefully go through these and just take your time, read through them and do your best. And there's really a lot of great words and conversations in them. So from all of us here at Cherokee Nation and RSU TV, I just want to say wadon and chadoksas dest.